There is nothing more stressful than having a billion things to do during the day, without having even just a second to yourself. The hustle and bustle of everyday life can get to be very overwhelming. There are so many demands placed upon us, that it can feel like there is nowhere to turn, when we feel like we just need a little bit of breathing room and a chance to relax. Fortunately, there is a solution. Let's face it, we all know there are more than 10 steps to becoming healthy, wealthy, attractive, beautiful and rich. Gravitational Orbit believes that the law of attraction allows good things, abundance, wealth, money, everything, to fall into our laps. These manifestations have been circling our third eye hemisphere for so long now, as only thought patterns. Now we will realize them, and manifest them, into the physical form, allowing them to orbit us. This gives us infinite possibilities to pull these manifestations inwards, towards us, anytime we want, or need, or desire them. Let's start our meditation moment off by doing what we call in gravitational orbit: flushing the database. Flushing corrupted information. Before we begin, try to put yourself in a meditative state. Close your eyes if you can, to focus clearly, clearing the pathway for subliminal stimuli to activate your neural pathways. Repeat this mantra in your physical form, after me. Slowly, breathe in. Slowly, breathe out. Slowly, breathe in. Slowly, breathe out. Listen to the rhythm patterns of your breathing. Feel the bad energy, the negative thinking, the anxiety, the depression, the fear, the doubt, being released from you when you exhale. Feel the powerful energy, the energy of brilliance and light, enter you, filling your cup when you inhale. Filling your halo circle with luminous energy. Imagine yourself being filled with unfathomable love, powerful faith and unlimited expectations, as you listen to the rhythm patterns of your heartbeat. Take a moment of silence, and listen to the wonderful music we have provided for you today. We will be back momentarily. Are you ready to begin, precious soul? Let's imagine a library of photos of the ideal lifestyle you wish to have. Let's assume for a moment that you possess none of them. The illustrations of what we want in life, through picturesque images, are what we are constantly being bombarded with daily. in the form of yearning and attachment. You may think the imagery in your library conjures up formidable challenges, but this is often a tactic of the blocking compound, similar to a computer virus. Its intent being malicious, insidious, and the end result crippling. We want all these material things to come to us and nourish us, especially those in which we have affirmed in our photo library. The original idea of the 10 steps has brought you here today. It's our hope for you that we find ways to manifest all the items on our list into cosmic reality. This is a reality where only you realize it because you'll see it in transformative behaviorism. We are here today to free ourselves from the mental blockages preventing us having a seat at the table of abundance. Here are 10 thoughts to cycle through to help steady us for this journey. Number 1. The uncoiled mind is constantly hoping to be delivered from the bondage and chains that bound us. Number 2. Our mind is what's blocking the free-flowing energy of abundance into our lives. Number 3. When we flush away self-thoughts, we can then transcend to a higher consciousness. Number 4. Everything is forever in space and time. So tapping into the hemisphere of abundance requires us to stop negative forming habits. Number 5. A firmly established mountain, let's say negative neural pathways and brain activity, cannot be moved by a single thought. Over time, wind and corrosion slowly wears the mountain down to dust. Number 6. So it is with our blockages. By saying positive forming mantras, powerful cognitive thinking, creation of positive forming activities, making pattern maps that diverge from the rut pathways, we can then move the mountains. Number 7. When we become infinite beings, we stop wanting all the material entanglements, things that surround us for menial obtuse purposes. Number 8. The magic really happens when we allow the flow of conscious abundance, the cravings and yearnings to be fulfilled with the purpose of the fulfillment of others. Number 9. This fulfillment is not metaphysical in nature, but a higher cell order in the subconscious hemisphere of our hearts, allowing us to generate these physical manifestations and tying them to purpose. I mean, what's the point of having all this wonderful stuff when it serves you and those around you with no purpose at all? Number 10. Has our conscious experiences become ingrained patterns of behaviors? Have they manifested themselves in our lives, creating uncertainty, doubt, fear, and all manners of material and mental philandering? Take a moment of silence and meditate upon the flow of energy we have just transmitted to you. We will be back momentarily. So as promised, today's 10 steps. We've breathed into existence the recalibration of your abundance vibration into definitive purposeful directives. In closing of today's message, we are about to reboot your source code, restarting, reformatting your code back to the manufacturer's defaults. God's state of consciousness in your life. In order to be assimilated into the abundance lifestyle, we need you to let go of a lot of things. Give yourself up to the energetic mind field that is always waiting for you. Your soul is always in a constant state of awareness. If you've ever felt anguish and anxiety, know that these are all ego, self-delusions, that has a beginning, a middle and an end, and somewhere in between all that, your powerful being of light has been diminished. Universe appears to us when we allow ourselves to be intimate in our Creator's arms. Beings of light returning back to the source code of the Creator. Embers of light, barely flickering, being brought back into the hot flame of God's power. Intangible offerings of gratitude and blessings flow for you when you are at peace and witness true consciousness. The mind only knows its own point of view, which then becomes its reality. We daily walk in the threshold of momentum, a composition and decomposition. We are genetic forces of behaviors, some of us unable to take flight. We should untangle ourselves and return to the state from whence we were born. Repeat this mantra after me. I will return to the God state of consciousness. I will guard my source code from corruption. I will return to the pathway of abundance. I have an inheritance. I am a descendant of the law of attraction. The law of attraction, the flow of abundance, are waiting to populate my orbit, waiting to be accessed, anyhow, anywhere, anytime we need it or want it. Take flight, precious souls. Thank you for joining us today.